chatting right now with John Ryan. John is the president of Premium Exploration. The purpose of our interview is to give a clear, concise, accurate picture of what's going on with Premium right now. Let me give you a little bit of background. A good friend of mine was instrumental in restructuring this company. A good friend of mine was instrumental in getting Mr. Ryan involved in Premium. Premium, as listeners are aware, has a very, very interesting property over in Idaho. I was involved from an investment standpoint with Premium Exploration for an awful lot of years. First visited the property about 25 years ago and basically continued my involvement with it off and on, but very, very intensely up until about 6 or 8 months ago. Premium is now a totally restructured company. They did a bit of a share rollback. There is an absolute brand new management team in there. We're going to start out chatting about that. John, who did you bring in along with yourself, and can you tell us a little bit about their qualifications?
Thank you, Al. I appreciate the interview today and talking about Premium. And along with myself, I brought in a gentleman named Jim Bothman. And Jim and I have worked together on other companies in the past, primarily in the uranium space, back in about 2004, 2005. Jim actually has been a consulting geologist for about 30 years and also has worked with majors. MK Gold, for example, Kennecott. He's worked in almost every country around the globe: Mongolia, Brazil, Chile, Alaska. He was one of the people that co-discovered Greens Creek up in Alaska. So he has a lot of experience in exploration geology, and particularly gold geology.
So John, with this new team in Premium here, what's the company's focus? What maybe went wrong in the prior management? Where is Premium going to go that's a different direction than what happened last year?
Yeah, I think a lot of the fallout was market driven with Premium. Actually, when we got involved with the company, we looked at the ounces that Premium had actually drilled, and then they doubled the size of the Friday deposit. Everything we saw was executed pretty well. But what happened and what's changed with the market is the market is no longer at this point rewarding ounces in the ground. And as a result of that, Premium's 1.1 million ounces or so at the Friday, investors aren't viewing that with a lot of value. So what we've done is actually reevaluated that deposit. There are some high-grade intervals in the past drilling. We've remodeled those high-grade intervals, and we've actually came up with a high-grade, potentially underground mineable resource that we're focusing on now.
John, when you say you're focusing on it right now, I'm assuming there still is a bit of development work, but in talking with some of your colleagues, this thing could be in production sooner rather than later. Is that correct?
That's right, and we actually started a winter drill program, began the drill program around the middle of December. It's a 12-hole program we've announced. Hole number 4 is just about TD at the moment, so we've completed 4 holes, and we expect to have the program completed by the end of February. We'll evaluate that drilling and feed it into our model. But the plan would be actually for a high-grade underground mine, small high-grade underground mine, and I've identified a milling facility in northern Idaho. It'll be a truck. You'll truck the ore up to that mill, but it's been identified and willing to take the ore. So it ought to be about a short underground development in order to get into this high-grade ore body.
So John, this is news to me in a sense that we always knew that Premium was trying to expand their resource and not necessarily focusing on this high grade. So moving forward, is the strategy to build a mine and continue to grow that mine, or is it to build a mine and maybe look for a takeover bid?
I would think actually with respect to the high grade, I'm an underground miner. I grew up in the Korelin mining district in Wallace, Idaho, and what happens with underground mines when you get underground is oftentimes you find more resource. So we're hoping that once we get underground on this, we're able to continue to expand the resource and continue to mine it underground. We're not losing focus, however, on the fact that we have 30 kilometers of trend, along which we think there are many Friday-sized deposits to be found. So we do have, this is a district play. And what attracted me to this, to the land package, frankly, was the size of the land package and the potential for multiple large-size ore deposits. So to say down the road that it wouldn't be attractive to a major, I think it would be.
Yeah, I think it's hard to say. I certainly wouldn't say that either at this point in time. I have been to the property numerous times. It is a huge land package, I have to say. John, now, how big a team exactly have you put together to further this particular effort?
At the moment, there's a drilling team, of course, in place that are contractors that are doing the drilling. Along with that team, Jim is the lead geologist. I've got a second geologist, a consulting geologist in place that's sitting the rig and logging core. And along with him, there are another 5 people assisting with cutting core, delivering core to where it needs to be shipped, and assisting with the logging. So right now, there's about 7 or 8 people working on the project.
What's some news flow that we can expect to see out of Premium in the next month to 6 months, let's say?
Okay, over the near term would be news releases on the drilling results. We expect to finish up the drill program by end of February, and news flow from that would come out over the next 6 weeks to 8 weeks after that. Along with that, as I mentioned, we'll be feeding this news into our models concerning the underground high grade. And by the way, these drill holes are targeting these underground or high-grade ore zones. We're infill drilling in those ore chutes that we've discovered, so I would say that additional news flow would involve analysis of block modeling of this underground high-grade zones. So over the next 3 to 4 months, we'd be talking about not only the news results from the drill results, news releases from the drill results, but as well as talking about preliminary ideas about a production scenario for the project.
Final opinion from Big Al. I wasn't going to give any opinions, but I think this book is entering a new chapter right now. I would like our listeners to give us your feedback as to what you think after hearing what John had to say. It remains an interesting situation. There's new management there is new capital structure involved in it. What do you guys think?